Hello and welcome to today's edition of Frightfully Forgotten. And first of all, what are we drinking today, Justin?
We're drinking Strom's Chop Shop Pilsner. You can get the recipe above.
So today we're going to be talking about a real kind of forgotten movie. It is 1982's Superstition. And it was actually shelved for 3 years, so it didn't actually come out till 1985, but it was shot in 82. It is directed by James Robertson. He's mostly done cinematography in tons of movies. Stars Stacy Keach Sr. And I didn't even know that Stacy Keach's dad was an actor until we were looking into this movie.
Yeah, neither did I.
He's in tons of movies, Stacy Keach Sr., just to name two: Pet Sematary and Pretty Woman. Also stars James Houghton, and he was mostly known for being a writer on soap operas. Yes, a soap opera writer.
Yeah. The movie starts out pretty basic. There's a car that's parked, a young couple is trying to get it on, and the guy's really pushing, too.
Yeah, he's...
Come on. A couple of their friends scare the shit out of him with, these Halloween dummies or whatever, and they
ghost thing. The kid is, too enthusiastic. He's laughing.
Yeah.
For super long.
It's not that funny. The one kid goes into sort of this kitchen part, and the doors kind of slowly start to close, and all of a sudden you just see this hand.
It goes up in the ceiling?
Yeah. It's all ridiculous. His friend goes looking for him.
Artie? Artie? Let's get the hell out of here, Artie!
Get the hell out of here! It's dark and it's eerie. He comes into the kitchen where his friend was. The microwave door all opens up and his friend's head is in the microwave. And then it all blows up. He runs and he goes, gets over on top of the window, and the window shuts closed and cuts this kid in half. See his legs fall into the house, and you see his body fall out.
It's all clean, too.
Yeah. This house is owned by the church. Stacy Keach Sr., he's this older priest, and he kind of gets, David is his name, to clean this house up. Get it ready for this family that's going to move in, right? He's taking David around the house, and then Arlen kind of jumps out. Yeah, and he kind of runs off. The inspector is staked out in the bushes, right? Yeah, super old style. The inspector's partner walks around on this big long dock. Change falls. He bends down to go pick it up, and this big black hand comes out and just snatches him right up. They want to arrest that Arlen guy, and they try to chase him down. There's some sick fight scene where the footage is all sped up.
Super sped.
He all throws him into the pond, and then he all takes off. He's just he runs off into the woods.
There's a new family moving into this house. His wife is looking through the window, and her nipples are super protruding. It's might want some eye candy in a movie, but not old woman eye candy.
Yeah.
After the policeman drowns, this young reverend guy vows he's gonna get this pond drained once and for all. The pumps keep breaking. Something is stopping this pond from being drained. And they find this old cross in the pond. And in the meantime, people keep dying in this house. And this inspector's infatuated with the house. He wants to know what is going on? Why do these people keep dying? And he's always around.
Yeah.
So the Reverend knows something is going on. And he's looking for answers. And he starts talking to the mother of Arlen, who is the caretaker of this old house. And she starts talking on riddles.
The inspector's all giving her shit.
Ugly old bag. This David guy is kind of cluing in. He goes to the archives, finds out on this property there was a big witch trial. They show the whole flashback. They put the witch on this big pole and her head's all pulsating. And she's all... They drown her and they kill her, but she puts a curse on everybody.
And the thing to keep her in the pond was throwing that cross.
Yeah. So then David figures out, it's this witch is haunting this property. And he puts that cross on the book he's reading, and it all starts in flames.
Yeah.
So he knows he's got to get back to the house and stop this witch from doing whatever she's going to do to this poor family who's in the house. So the inspector is looking around the basement, and for some reason he decides to go like,
yeah, for whatever reason.
Why would you start checking the walls? He finds that there's like a hidden room in this basement. And he starts going almost like nuts and start tearing apart this room. And that's where we're going to end it, because what he finds in this room kind of leads to what's going to happen with the rest of the movie.
The use of the shadows in this movie.
Shadows has a lot to do with this movie.
Yeah.
Because you never see this witch. You just see the shadows and the hands.
Yeah.
But that's it.
It's just this black hand with claws on it, and it's really creepy. And I'm glad they don't show the witch, too. It'd just be too much. You know?
The kills in this movie are outstandingly good. They're so good.
They're so over the top.
So over the top and enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like, I was hooked. Like, as soon as the kid's head blows up in the microwave,
yeah.
I was like, oh man, I'm in for something special. And then Stacy Keach Sr., the way he bites the dust.
Yeah, that saw blade.
Saw blade comes out of the saw and just travels down down the floorboards and then jumps up and hits him in the chest.
And it's still going. It's like goes all the way back to the end of the chair, you know, like right through him.
And that's his IMDb picture.
Yeah, which is pretty wicked too, actually. The death in the elevator is good.
Yeah,
that arm grabs him, right? And it twists him around in the cables. And his neck, he just lands and his neck just breaks.
Oh, it's so good.
It's really good, yeah. I really like how there's a bit of comedy and then it goes too creepy.
The inspector's in that room and he's looking out and he sees that shadow go by.
Yeah, he sees the hands, you know.
And if I was him in that room, I'd be like, I'm not leaving this room.
Yeah, I don't, because there's this little opening too that you got to crawl through. It's like, ugh.
The music is really good in this movie.
Very effective.
There's a little bit of a theme that happens. There's that really like
that bassy kind of
the flashback sequences, they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty good, you know, and there's a lot of movies that try and do stuff like that and it never really feels right. I think they got it.
A lot of these movies, it's like a wrongly accused witch who gets burned at the stake, comes back and puts a curse on you and haunts you, but in this case, it's a real witch.
Yeah, and her like head's all pulsating.
It's like and this witch means business. Like, she's a bitch. Like, she is fucking evil.
Not to spoil anything, but this movie has a fantastic ending to it as well.
As far as forgotten movies, this one is like in the top of my list.
Yeah.
Up there with like Deranged as being just like such an overlooked movie that's so much fun.
It's a lot of the fun kills and it's, you know, a lot of the camera work and a lot of the direction and the music, which is, it just brings everything together.
And the characters are all good. Like, every character is just a little over the top.
Yeah.
But that's fine, because it works within the context of the movie.
Except that dad guy, I don't know.
I like the dad. He's all in the basement drinking.
He was kind of pissing me off, though, because he's so useless.
And even his daughters think he's useless.
Well, that part where he's trying to break into the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
And he's useless.
He picks up the chair, and the chair just breaks.
It does nothing.
He doesn't even get through the door. If you're a fan of the Evil Dead movies, there's a bit of an Evil Dead vibe here. It's got a little camp to it.
Yep.
It's one of those movies that really balances the horror and comedy very well.
Yeah. Agreed.
So try to find yourself a copy of 1982's Superstition. Just have a blast. Laugh your ass off like we did.
Yeah. And get creeped out too at the same time, you know. You won't be disappointed.